This is the ASMR credit and my first ASMR video. It's my first ever video, in fact. And the best way to start this channel off was with a simple Minecraft save. It's quite relaxing. At least I think so. It's not unpeaceful, unfortunately. This is my own private server that I share with a good friend of mine. He's not currently online, but I don't have the ability to change the difficulty. So just quickly choose me while I quickly take a swig of water. So yeah, I thought I'd just show you around my very primitive, very early stage game. Not much to show you around anyway. Started the server off 5 weeks ago, but this is what we have so far. So there's a small log and stone cabin, kind of perched up on this little crevice that I've kind of dug out. Definitely altered the terrain a little bit. Let me just turn down the volume slightly. I don't want it to be too loud. So you can see I've kind of dug out the ground around to kind of give it this perched on a rock look. I think it gives it a lot of character, and that's what I think building is all about. Is just trying to capture character, the kind of atmosphere that you want from the area that you're creating. You can see lots of different types of wood, and smooth and cobbled stone. Oh. I'm currently just organizing some of the stuff that I've got from my AFK fishing farm. I've customized some trees to kind of give the landscape a little bit of character as well. And if you know Premier League football, I'm starting to sound a bit like Brendan Rodgers now. Character, 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 character. Anyway, I've got some non-automated furnaces here. I know that this is probably going to kill some of you, seeing how poorly I'm playing Minecraft. I do not have particularly extensive knowledge of Minecraft or its mechanics. I really don't know how to work redstone, that's for sure. Everything that I do with redstone is completely copied off of YouTube. Yeah, I've got some balconies here. I guess it's kind of like a watchtower style thing. I like how the snow falls on top. I've kind of built this starter base between two areas, between this kind of rocky biome, I don't know what it's called, kind of this stony, mountainous, barren landscape one, and the lush green forests of birch and spruce and oak, and there's a plains biome. I know the names of the plains biome. That's pretty much where it starts and ends, though. In terms of my biotic knowledge. Not sure that's a word, but we can make up words, that's fine. So anyway, yes, go downstairs. This area is just for sleeping and looking out whimsically out on the surroundings. This is not really meant to be a gate, but this is. Plant some trees and light a path. I'll take you down there in a sec, but I'm going to stick to this area first. Underneath, there's kind of this small, well, not really that small, circular basement that I've kind of used as a sort of storage unit. I've got a vague system. I've got some stony building blocks here. I've got my wood blocks here. And I've got my valuables, or at least what I call my valuables. Diamonds, iron, gold, that kind of thing. Food over this side, kind of like animal-based things. Saddles, leather, name tags. I guess you can debate if this is food. This is kind of inedible stuff, but it works for me. This is sort of plant-based various things. I've got miscellaneous wood items here, miscellaneous leathery items here. I'm sure I'll change this eventually. It's not a particularly foolproof system. I'm sure that I will lose items in the process. Seeds are in here, flowers, paper. I need these because I'm currently building a library. That's why I need three sort of individual chests for this. I don't know what is going on here. This is mob traps. I know that, but I think I've shown this enough. This is quite a nice area though, down here. Sorry, someone's just coming in next door. Hopefully that's not too loud for you guys, particularly because we've got quite a harsh sounding lock. I live in an apartment. Well, there's kind of 4 apartments in my building, but the front door lock is very abrasive, to say the least. Not very ASMR-y at all. But this is my enchanting station. But anyway, we come out of here. And take the north, so eastern path, and we come to just a standard mine. And I won't take you down here because there's nothing particularly interesting. It's just a strip mine. I'm sure you've all seen it before. It's very boring and gray. A couple furnaces and chests down there. This is a game breaker, I guess you call it. Definitely a game breaker. Uses the mechanics of a mod. It's an AFK fishing farm, so I'm sure some of you won't be impressed by the fact that I'm using this, but hey-o. I AFK a lot overnight there. Some nice fences that surround the area, some surrounding lamps that try to light as much as possible, but mobs still do spawn. I haven't had a massive creeper mishap yet, which is good. I'm certainly due one, though, and I'm not looking forward to it. I think it's pretty much inescapable having a sort of devastating creeper attack at some point. Anyway, this is the northern path, and I'm sure the keen 9 of you will have seen my main, really my only project thus far, which is you can see the 2 spires, one very much undetailed, one finished in the distance. So yeah, if you follow this path, I tried to make it look as worn and as lived in as possible. Trees kind of cut out. I kind of wanted to add some bushes and bone meal the sides, kind of make it look as overgrown and well, as I say, well lived in as possible. I love these massively cumbersome oak trees. Almost impossible to cut down, and that's a good thing because I don't want them cut down. Got a customized spruce tree here. And yeah, if you follow this path down, the path kind of grows slightly more sparse as you reach the library. This is just a little outhouse that I used to sleep in. There's a little mine down there as well, but I use this as a little outhouse so I don't have to walk all the way back while I'm working on my library. And as you can see, the western tower is pretty much completed. And this side is almost completed, and by completed I mean the roof. The roof is what takes the most time, but I'll show you inside. It's not a particularly grand entrance, but I don't really want one. It's meant to be quite a simple building. 2 same circular structures as the ones that I showed you just a second ago in the basement. And that's why I built the basement like that, to test it out and to see if it'd work. And as you can see, it has worked. But what I didn't take into account, I thought it's going to be quite easy to replicate this. But what I didn't take into account the fact that in the basement I didn't have to build a roof, and I am very bad at roofs, as I'm sure you will see in a sec. The sun is going down. I'm gonna try to wrap up the video reasonably sharpish. Don't want it to drag on too long, and as I said, this isn't on peaceful, so I don't want to give you guys any sort of nasty surprises. But it's quite nice while the sun is going down. But I'll show you the path. I'll try and get there without any mob attacks. But this is the spire. I think it really does look nice the way that the way the path's all lit up and everything. But that's just a very quick, very brief look at the save. Actually, I do have a bed in here. This is the inner sanctum of the of the library. What I'm gonna do here, I'm not too sure about, but that's something that I want to do with you guys. Actually, great. Oh, my friend just joined, and I am almost certain that he won't be sleeping. He does like to AFK quite a lot. Oh, he's left. I think if I just quickly sleep in, just hopefully he won't join just as I'm about to. Good. There we go. That worked perfectly. I think I'll just keep you for another couple of minutes while I show you around and kind of chat about what I want to do in the next video. As you can probably tell, I'm not massively experienced with making ASMR videos, and by not massively, I mean not at all. You can probably tell. But yeah, this is quite clearly an unfinished project. The ceiling has a lot to do, and dirt everywhere, and the general structure is done, and the roofs are almost done. I think in my next video I want to complete that eastern spire. This one. The western spire is done. Yes, this is the western spire. And blimey, what is he doing? Hopefully that's not too distracting. But yeah. But the western spire is pretty much completed. And if anyone watching this wants to give me a suggestion, I am very much open to suggestion. I'd love to make this as good as possible. This is definitely the biggest project I've ever taken on. I am not very experienced with Minecraft, and I think this looks horrendous. I don't know what to do with it though. Perhaps I should just give it a level base, but if anyone has a good idea, please let me know. I could be very grateful. I was thinking maybe a slanted roof to it, but like I say, I'm not too sure. But this needs to get completed, and I think that's the job I want to do next. Essentially just replicating this. It shouldn't be too difficult. It shouldn't take too long. But yeah, and then I want to move on to the interior. So yeah, hopefully you found it vaguely interesting. And if you want to let me know what you thought about this, please let me know. Spare no detail or criticism on both video and my Minecraft abilities. I am very much open to criticisms, and I know that I probably need it, especially when it comes to building in Minecraft. But yeah, hope you enjoyed my first ASMR video. It's been fun. Thanks. Bye.